Yeah. We're going live at 5. Live at 5. We're getting ourselves up and running. Gonna see what the market has to hold for next week. What does the market have for next week? All right. Let's make sure we get everybody in here. YouTube.com/@educator to trader. That's where we are. We're at educator to trader on YouTube. Okay. Yes. Got some good stuff coming up for this week. It is double witching. Y'all know what double witching is? Double witching is, it's not quad witching. No, quad witching is next month. It's double or triple witching, which basically means several things are going to expire all on Friday. The weekly expirations will be this Friday. The monthlies will be this Friday. Obviously, the dailies, which expire every day. There's some bonds that will expire this Friday. And I want to say there's one more thing, like, that expires on the Fridays. The third Friday of every month is where multiple things expire at the same time. The third Friday of every month is where things expire at the same time. Hey, Janae, how we doing? So this coming Friday will be the third Friday of August. So several things are going to expire. The weeklies, the monthlies, bonds. I want to say there's a fourth thing. Even though the weeklies and monthlies, those are really counting. Those are kind of counting as one thing. And you've got monthly expirations for the options. You got monthly expirations for the bonds. There's one more thing. It won't come to my mind. Maybe somebody who's on my call can remember what is the other thing that expires on the third Friday of every month besides the options and the bonds. That's what we're going to have this coming Friday. So many times, many times the third Friday of the month, there is a bit of a dip that happens at the beginning. Because what's going on? Oh, I heard some noises. That's because people are closing positions. So there's some selling that happens. People are closing positions and then they're resetting their position for the next month. So even though it can have a bit of a drop on what I've seen is kind of the first part of the week, it will pick up towards the end of the week because people are resetting positions or they're buying, right? Putting things on. So does double witching cause a sell-off? It can. It generally earlier in the week. And okay, nothing's ever everything. Okay, the third week of the month, you'll see a bit of a dip and then things pick back up by the end of the week. It doesn't mean that the whole week will be red because it doesn't always work like that. But usually there is some selling throughout the week. And then I've seen like on Friday, it'll pick up and be a good green week. But, anything can happen. Hey, Lorenzo, how you doing? I heard you miss cash flow. You got to make sure that you make it to the cash flow call. Maybe next time we do cash flow 101, you can make it and I can make it. I was out of the house yesterday, so I didn't even get to make it to cash flow 101. But the group seems like they had a blast. Cash flow 101 is the game by Robert Kiyosaki. The cash flow game, and it's played online so people can be in their own respective places. Jamie likes to play that game. Second Saturday of the month, the educator to trader community plays it, and it's open to the public. Cash flow 101 is open to the public. Lorenzo says, I will next time for sure. I had to clean the house. I moved from Saturday. Okay. You had to clean up. I get that. Tanya says she missed it again. Oh, man, this is not good. We don't like to miss it. All right. Let's see what happened. What did our last week look like as far as the market went? And then we'll move forward as to what things we see coming up for this coming week. Okay. See what we got. I hope my computer can keep up with me because I'm ready to move it. But it's already not keeping up. Push the buttons multiple times. The computer's like, you are doing it too fast. Okay. So the gap that was here, between 8-2 and 8 the 5th, which was last Monday, right? 5th, no, the 5th. Was the 5th of Monday? Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. That was Monday. The gap down over the weekend, that gap got filled throughout the week. But it looks like this gap from the 1st to the 2nd is still here. And maybe price will go on and grab it along the way. Let's see if I can move some of these lines off out of the way, because these will provide some support and resistance. But now it looks like, okay, are you ready to do it? No, you don't want to do it. Okay, I need to grab you, and there we go, and move it. Okay, this is what SPX had but definitely would be considered a green week. For the week, it dipped and then came back. Wonder if it shows up on the weekly chart as a green week, or does that, because it fell so far? Oh yeah, it showed up as a green week. Does it show up as a green or red? But it showed up as a good green week. It had a nice little dip and then came on back and recovered. Notice that whole gap that was there from between Friday to Monday, that whole gap got filled. Hey, I want y'all to put in the comments a trade that you did last week that turned out profitable. What trade did you do last week that turned out profitable? It doesn't have to be one of the trades I suggested, but if you did a trade and it turned out profitable, share with me in the comments. What trade did you do last week that turned out profitable? There's a little bit of a gap down here that price will sooner or later want to come back and get. It's a little bitty gap there. Lorenzo said, Lily, tell me what you did on Lily. I think you had the earnings on Lily. You mentioned that during the week. And Audrey, SOXL, tell me how that went. What did you do? Tanya said she had the Google put credit spread. Woo woo. I think in my comments, I said I had the EMPH Iron Condor. And I end up keeping, what did I keep? $24? I think it was $24 of profits. I entered for 39 and I bought back for 12, I think, or something like that. I have to remember what I put in the comments of our Telegram group. Yeah, I had Lily 865 call at 772 day before earnings. Look at you. Woo woo. You have to talk to us about how do you help determine or which way you're going to go for earnings, because earnings is such a lotto. Earnings can be so lottery-ish. Maybe you can share with us something that you do for earnings, Lorenzo, and give us a little insight, because as a seller, earnings doesn't go as well for us sellers. So we need to hear a little bit more about that. Okay, so this is what SPX did for the week last week. SPY is going to look very similar. Triple Q is going to look very similar. The one that, well, this I was going to say won't look as similar, but it actually does at this point, is IWM. Everything dropped off on Monday. Everything dipped off of Monday and then pulled back. Now, looks like IWM wasn't able to recover fully for the week's gains. So if we had the gap here and then we showed that it left a little bit of it to close, got some there, and we've got a gap above it, just like on SPX and those. There's a gap up here that needs to be. That also, actually, this one will be as high up as this, that we will be closed. Okay. We've got resistance up here. We've got some support right around the top of this gap, this double gap, because actually there's stuff over here that was gaps and it's not closed. If we look at, This is a gap that's not closed. And to go from here to here, this is a gap that's not, well, that part has been, this has been partially closed by the price action from 8-2. Part of that price action closed it. And I think this one here is fully closed. Yes. This gap from 7-11 to from 7-10 to 7-11 has been closed. Let's see about some support here. We definitely see there's some more support in this area. IWM is something that I've been doing for, I've been using it for the 1 DTE iron condors every day using Peakbot, and it's been working out really good. So Lorenzo said he got $1.96. LL said 0 DTE, SPX, put credit spread, power hour, woo woo. Jamie said he's been doing RUT PDT hacks successfully, I pray. Bought shares last week at 25.76 and you're still holding. Oh, that was the SOXL. That was the SOXL shares. Okay. Remember that SOXL is 3x leveraged. So those aren't shares you want to hold for a long, long time, right? You don't want to hold them for a long, long time. It may work against you. Ward is good afternoon, family. Hi. Lorenzo says, I don't usually play earnings for real, but I do understand what Lilly is doing and their fundamentals show them as thriving in progress in their business. Since the market pulled back, it helped. Okay. So this is one that you knew that one. So you were comfortable with trading that because you already knew a little bit about them. Okay. Let's look at some earnings coming up this week. Do we want to look at earnings first or the meetings first? Let's do earnings first. Okay. Looks like we've got Monday morning, we've got Barrick, we've got Monday.com, Experian. That's not Experian, it's Experian, a little bit different. There's a Chinese company, looks like BEKE, Ballard, Orla, Vuchai, looks like that says. Control Puerto, Adapt Immune, and Beasley are all Monday before the market opens. Monday after close, TerraWolf, Freight Car, America, ARC, Adico, Agro, Double Down, Rumble, Sun Life, DHT, Perspective, and Crescent. That's all Monday after market closes. Tuesday, we've got ON, On, and Melco is there. Home Depot is Tuesday before the market opens. SE is the ticker. SEA is the company. HUT 8, I think HUT is a mining company, a Bitcoin mining company. I believe there's Tuesday morning. PaySafe also is Tuesday morning. MindMed, Intuitive Machines, Hyzon, and TME. Tuesday after close, we've got NU. I think, are those the diet people? NU, Surge Pays, Ouster, Gold Royalty, Zevra Therapeutics, Int App, Avino is there, Silver Corp, and Franco Nevada. Wednesday before market opens, we have Brinker International, Cardinal Health, CAE, Dole is there, PFG, which PFG is, I can't see what the Performance something group. Arco is there, Arcos, Public Square, MetaWound, UBS, and what is that last one? CloudLink. Wednesday after market closes, we have Cisco, AST Space Mobiles, D-Local, Arcutis, Stone, GOEV, GeoPark, Dragonfly, and Long-Everin. I'm not sure what this is. Let me go back. I need to go down here because I can't see what's at the bottom because my little thingy there is blocking up. There we go. Something down here at the bottom. I can't even see what it is. What it is though. 10 Cent Music Entertainment is also down here. Silver Corp. CloudLink is Wednesday. I think this is Wednesday. No, that's Thursday. Thursday morning is CloudLink. Thursday after the market closes is Lulu's. Friday. Sorry, this is Thursday. Anyway, that was Wednesday. Alibaba, Thursday morning. Walmart, JD.com, John Deere. Nice is here. Grab. Applied. So good. SOW good. Gambling.com. Goler LNG, that's all Thursday morning. Thursday after market closes, Applied Materials, AMAT, Coherent, Amcor, Sigma, Lithium, Sigma Lithium. You know, lithium may be one of those next power sources that we might be sleeping on lithium. What y'all think? Anybody know anything about lithium? We might be sleeping on them. We might be keeping an eye on those lithium people. H&R Block is here, Despigar, Renew Power, Alvotech, and Globant. And then Friday morning, we've got Flowers Foods, CINT or CINT, and then One Connect. One Connect. Do y'all know anything about that lithium company, Sigma Lithium? We might have to go see what they're talking about. Let's see, what was their ticker? Sigma Lithium Corp, SGML. They got $8. Their stock is worth $8. $8. They do seem to have a pretty good amount of volatility happening, though. They were up as high as $18. Let me see. Do their options trade? Nope. It's once a month. Options once a month. Okay. I know I'm looking at y'all can't see what I see, but it's once a month, right? Tanya says, yes, I agree. I've looked at a few. Okay. So where was I going next? I wanted to go to the meetings for the week. Okay, these are meetings for the week coming up. We got a few things. August the 11th through the 17th. Monday, we've got the Cleveland Fed inflation. Cleveland Fed. You want to say Cleveland Fed inflation, but no. Cleveland Fed inflation expectations. There we go. And the federal budget balance is at 2:00 on Monday. On Tuesday, we've got an NFIB Small Business Index, core PPI month over month. This is red folders. Ding, ding, ding. Red folders on Tuesday morning at 8:30. FOMC member Bostic will speak at 1:15 on Tuesday. So we kind of got a clear run on Monday, not so much on Tuesday. Wednesday, we've got CPI. So we got PPI on Tuesday, CPI on Wednesday, red folders again. Crude oil inventories, which really should be an orange folder. So that's all in the morning. But you know there's going to be some volatility to come along with that on Wednesday morning. Thursday, we've got retail sales month over month, right? We got retail sales month over month, another red folder. Unemployment claims, all red. That's all before the market opens, just like the previous 2 days. Empire State Manufacturing and Philly Fed Manufacturing, that's all orange folders, all at 8:30. Import prices month over month. 9:10, we've got FOMC member Musalem speaking. Capacity utilization rate at 9:15. 10:00, business inventories and National Association of Home Buyers. Mortgage delinquencies, natural gas storage at 10:30. At 10:30, 1:00, we've got FOMC member Harker will speak, and 4:00, we've got TIC long-term purchases. And on Friday, no red folders, but we've got building permits and housing starts at 8:30. Even though it may not have a red folder, this will, people's housing permits and building starts or housing starts, building permits causes issues too. 10:00, preliminary University of Michigan, consumer sentiment and inflation expectation, and Goolsbee will speak at 1:25. I feel like these things, even though this says it's an orange folder, in comparison to the things that are red, it probably wouldn't be a red folder. But shoot, they put Jerome is a red folder. See, I feel like he ought to be 2 reds, because for what is going to happen when Jerome speaks, 1 red folder doesn't quite encompass what happens, right? Core retail sales will be a little bit of a thing, a little bit of red folder, but what happens when he speaks versus the core retail sales, those things, one of these things is not like the other. It's not like the other. It's not going to be the same thing. Not going to be the same thing. Okay. This coming August 20th, so we got about a week away from this. We're going to have options 411 for newbies 3-day challenge. I'm going to have the options 411 for newbies 3-day challenge. I'm going to teach you how do you get paid every week or even every day from the market, because we use strategies that get you paid every day from the market. We want to learn the basics and options lingo. This is perfect for people who want to learn options, but they're not sure where to start or what to do. Come on, don't. This is what we're doing. Options 411 for newbies. We're going to talk about your brokers and what kind of accounts you must have. I'm going to help you walk through those things. We'll talk about selling versus buying options, because there is a difference, and it's not just selling the ones you bought. Because people say, oh, what do you mean? Selling options like I bought some, now I sell them? No. You can buy to open and you can sell to open. Just like people are buying calls and buying puts, there's a person or people on the other side of that trade who are selling you those options, which is what primarily what my community does is sales options, but those are here, okay? And options quick start guide is going to be here too. August 20 through 22nd. Make sure if you're interested in doing that you go ahead and get signed up for that, okay? I want to make sure everybody who wants to get in can get in. Let's try not to wait to the last minute. We don't wait to the last minuto. We'd like to get in at a reasonable time. Options 411 for newbies. 3-day challenge. You can go to http educatortotrader.com and get yourself all registered, right? All registered for that. Okay, let me send it off to make sure everybody can get it. Hello, Instagram people. Looks like it's stuck. Hello, Instagram. Hello, Twitter. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Facebook. Hello. Instagram looks like it's just sitting still. Don't know what's going on with that. Okay. This week, we have a little longer list for our trades. Got a little longer list. And that is because when I went to Peakbot watch list, there was only 3 of these that were in the low risk area, the lower risk area. All these others were in moderate risk. Excuse me. So I didn't want our list to only be 3 stocks. So I went ahead and added the moderate risk in with the low risk. All the low risk were in the put credit spread area, just in case you were wanting to make sure you stayed with the low risk. Let me see. I'm gonna get with use Peakbot so I can make sure I'm not saying anything wrong about that. But the 3 that were the lower risk were over in the put credit spread area. Kroger, Welxome, and Verizon. Yes, Kroger, Welxome, and Verizon are all on the lower risk area. All of the others came out of the moderate risk area. Jamie's calling. Something's going on. Yes? Please change the screen. Thank you. Jamie says change the screen. I need to change the screen. There we go. Can we see the screen now? There we go. This is our list. Thank you. And this is the watch list. Here we go. This is the watch list that I find on Peakbot. Right? Peakbot is here. This is the watch list. So the 3, Kroger, Welxome, and Verizon are all the ones that were on the lower risk area. They're all bullish. So they're on the put credit spread list. And then when we go through, see, these are moderate risk are all the rest of these from the Peakbot. I don't suggest anything off of the high risk list. Now, if you decide you want to trade high risk and you can see the watch list and you want to go ahead and grab something off of here, listen, go have at it. I don't suggest that. Like, I'm a fan of Taiwan Semiconductors, but I don't suggest that anybody go down here to the red and find them a trade, right? Stay with the green and the yellow. But if you're looking for just the lower risk ones, Kroger, Welxome, and Verizon are the ones, okay? So I want us to look at this list. I want you to look at this list. My challenge, if you want to call it a challenge, it's kind of like not a challenge, but my request, my ask of you is that you pick one of these. Pick one of these and go ahead and trade it for the week. Trade one of these for the week, whether live or in sim, up to you. And you can trade more than one. I'm just saying, I want you to pick at least one. Last week, that's what I meant to do. I knew there was something I meant to incorporate in here and I forgot it. I will not forget that again. Let me go grab it. Where are you? Let me see. Are we here? Y'all give me a minute. Give me a minute. I got something I got to show you. Yes, I've got to show you something. Let me see. Nope, not there. Here. I knew I was. What happened when you start rushing to get stuff put together? But I knew there was something I needed to share with the people. Share it with the people. There we go. I had to share it with the people. Come on, open it up so I can bring it to the screen. Need to bring it to the screen. There we go. Okay, let's bring you down and bring you up. Yes. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this? You're not ready. I promise you, you're not ready. But you are, though. Woo, woo. Last week, our trades list went for 100p. 100% win rate last week. 9 out of 9 trades were profitable last week. And the crowd goes wild. Yeah. 9 out of 9 was good last week. If you picked any of these, and I think, Tanya, you had a put credit spread. You could have used the call credit spread side on Google. But all 9 of these trades were profitable last week. Now, the previous 2 weeks, we had like a 57, I think, 1 week and a 60-something 1 week, which those are still good, right? But this week, we went 100%. 9 out of 9 profitable trades. Suggestions here, right? I put this list out every week. I usually put it out on Saturday or Sunday. I think last week it was Saturday. And I put this list out every week. And you can pick what you want. You know, if I want 1, 2, 3, all up to you. Completely up to you. But you can go. Last week we went 100%. But now I'm saying we've got this week. This is weeks. The banks were affected last week. Good call. So this is this week, right? I told you the 3 here on the put credit spread side, Kroger, Verizon, and Welxome all came off of the lower risk area. Everything else came off of moderate risk. And we've got several of them that were iron condors on the list, what basically means they have neutral, that their trend is a neutral trend. So an iron condor could potentially work. Okay, I never say anything will work because this is the market and stuff, and stuff act crazy in the market. You did the call credit spread, you did the put credit spread, because up here you said you did a put credit spread, but you said you did the one that was on the list. Cool. Okay, wait, I had a call credit spread. I did the one on the list. Okay, yes, thank you. I was gonna say you could have done a whole iron condor for all you went through, but I would like for you all to pick one or two, run them live or run them in your sim. Okay, run them live or run them in your sim. So that way you could get you some of this. Okay. So now I'm going to go over some of these in our charts. Y'all look at the list and tell me which ones we want to go over from the list. Which ones do we want to go over from our list? I know I'm going to look at Welxome. So if you don't really need to pick that one unless you just want to. Probably going to go over Disney. All those are about the same price. Down at the bottom, what are we going to look at? Maybe Pfizer. Y'all see anything else that floats that piques your interest? Y'all see anything that piques your interest? Kroger, please. Okay, we can do that. Adding Kroger to the list. Are you ME? Is that a stock that you want me to go over? Verizon doesn't move. Oracle, MS. Oh, I see you, Marcia. Verizon doesn't move. Coca-Cola doesn't do a lot of moving either. We got Mike. I was gonna say Microsoft. That's not Microsoft. That is Morgan Stanley. Okay, we've got some stuff, some names here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Okay, what do we have first? We had Kroger. Kroger was on the call credit spread list or put credit spread list. I think I should have wrote down numbers when I said which ones we saw. Or which list it came off of. Swinging back. I'll be back. Kroger 5152. Okay, I saw Verizon. You said Verizon doesn't move. Oracle is down here, 128p and 136c. Morgan Stanley is also on the Iron Condor list, 92 and 97. I was going to say, Tanya, you ain't asking for Google? What's up with that? You and Google got a thing going on. $27.5p and 29.5 call. All righty, let's go back to where we were. We were looking at Kroger. Kroger with an upwards trend. You see we got a nice little trend line going here. It's also looking kind of flat, to be honest. If we look here at the way it's looking, it's kind of been consolidating a bit. Got some support at 53.31. Got some more support at 53.89. Got resistance at 55.36 area. Some more at 54.96. A lot of wicks up in here. See all these wicks? It means there is buying, there is selling pressure that's going on here. There's also support down at 52.10. So if we're looking at a put credit spread, below this 53.31. There's also some support right here at 53.02. So if we're looking at some support I would see about 53. You could go a little bit lower to 52. When I change over to Kroger at 52, the 53 is 67% probability out of the money, and that's a little closer than, according to the chart, 53 would probably be okay. See, we got a couple current prices right here at 53.89, but you've got a couple of supports between there and 53. But this is a support, and there's another one back here from 710. 53 would potentially be okay, but that's going to feel kind of close because current price is 53.92. Actually, 53.52 is the bid ask in there, so it's going to feel a little close. 52 though has an 81% probability out of the money. That's going to feel a little more comfortable. So 51.52 is what I see for the strike. Again, not investment advice for any of this, and I won't say that again, but I want just to say it at least once to make sure folks know what I'm talking about. 51.52 looks like it's paying $9. The only way I would want to do this, if I was going to enter the trade, I would definitely want it to come down closer into the zone. I would want to see it bounce off of this 53.31. And so I would put an alert on it like the 53.31, and I would put me an alert at or below 53.31 and say this would be a put credit spread entry. You're going to get better premiums, right? You're going to get better premiums if it bounces off, when it bounces off this support, because it's going to be in the proximity area. And if it drops down here, you're going to get, the premiums are going to be better to work with. Okay. I want to replace this because I want to do put credit spread entry 51.52. That way I'll remind myself that, or I'm going through these steps so you can see, to remind yourself what strikes are you actually looking at when you do that. Okay, that was Kroger. Let's see, another one-sided is Welxome. Okay, where's my mouse? My mouse. We've got Welxome. Welxome is on the put credit spread list as well. It's a lower risk. Okay. Definitely got a little uptrend, but it's been dancing. Boom, boom, boom. Y'all see this? It's been dancing between here. Potentially it would hit this resistance up here and maybe pull on back. But we're in a pull. We have higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, mostly higher lows. We got trends. We could hit these 3 bumps. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Touch, touch. If this were to come down, the thought is that it would touch here too and go on back up. This support area is 114.97. That's this support area. I got 115 as Welxome's strike. 115, that's halfway between the gap that has not been filled yet. And we've got this rising wedge, rising channel, however you want to phrase the pieces. All right. I'm going to go to Kroger. We're not on Kroger anymore. Go into the single. We're looking on the put credit spread side. 115 has a 78% probability out of the money. That's why I went with that strike. Change it to vertical. 114, 115 in the bid column. Looks like it's paying $18. And that's, of course, today, and the market is closed. But I know I said from the list, Tanya, but I was expecting you to say Google. But I appreciate you for honoring my request. So yeah, Welxome paying about $18 for a one spread. That's about an 18% return if you stay with it till it's worthless. Of course, anything less than that, that's the percentage. But that's a pretty good return on a one spread. $18 for a one spread. Yepper. And to be honest, I would potentially look at, because it's hit this resistance up here, I probably would even give it a little thought. Y'all know I'm always looking for me an iron condor opportunity, right? So 119, 120. Let's see what it shows over here on the call credit spread side. Call credit spread, I probably would go up to this 82. So 122 here. 122 is about 3 points above where we were. It's about 3 points up there. I could feel comfortable with that. 122, 123 on the vertical. That's going to pay another $12. So you're going to take 18 on the put credit spread side, another 12 on the call credit spread side. That's going to be a total of $30 for this trade, right? Make it into an iron condor. Yep, that was Welxome. Even though Welxome is only on the put credit spread list, the trend is showing bullish. There's a bullish trend. That's why it's got a put credit spread. But I'm saying if the opportunity presents itself, you may be able to turn it into an iron condor. Okay. Let's move on to Morgan Stanley. Go to the chart. Morgan Stanley. I got a gap that's not all the way filled yet. The gap down that everybody had to endure. Left a little bit of a gap here between 95.34 and 95.85. There is a gap, and there is another one up here. Come on, Cletus. There we go. Another gap up here. Okay. Support down here. Support is down at 92 in the 92.26 area. These gaps are going to provide resistance as well. The 95.87 is going to provide one. The bottom of this gap will provide resistance, which is 99.02. The top of that gap, 101.78, and about halfway through that gap is also going to provide some resistance. If we wanted to look up here, Morgan Stanley is on the iron condor list. Okay, Morgan Stanley is on the iron condor list. We've got that gap is filled right here, but the bottom of it would provide support. And 87, 86, which is about 88. 88 is your point. And if you want to go down lower to 85, you could. Morgan Stanley, I've got 92 and 97. 92 being underneath all this stuff here. all this 92, 96, and then 97 being right in here. See all these places where it touch. Your 97 is all in there. Let's go to the option chain and see what we see there. We're on Morgan Stanley. Looking at the put credit spread, said 92 is a 77% probability out of the money. So 92 is there. And looking on the call credit spread side, we've got 97 as a 76% probability out of the money. You could go up one more and make it in. This is a 50-cent spread, which I always find this interesting when they put this 50 cent in the middle of nowhere. They put a 50-cent spread in the middle here. I'm like, well, what are we trying to do here? What are we trying to do? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Yeah, I think about that. All right, let's change it to verticals. So if we got 91.92, 91.92 is going to pay us $14, right? And then the 97.98, I'm going to have to change this from the 97.5 to 98. 97.98, another $20. So $32. $32 we're going to pull in for this whole iron condor on Morgan Stanley. That's Morgan Stanley. You do both sides. Now, how do we work this? The way you work your entry is as it's going up, right? You put on the 97.98. And when it resists off of that or, rejects off of that, then you start looking to put in your call credit spread. Right? That's when you start looking to put in your call credit spread. Here we go. We have resistance here. There's actually a bunch of different things happening in this 96 area, all based on this muckety muck all over in here. So for me, I would put on an alert that was at or above that 95.87, and that would be my call credit spread entry of what we say 97.98. That will be my notice to myself to go ahead and turn on that trade. Then I would also have add another alert for going down. So at or below the maybe 92, one right here, 92, 94, honestly, to be sure. This is one I didn't mark, but I need to go back and show you where it is. At or below 94, then I would do a put credit spread entry, 91/92. And that would remind me that was a place to enter, right? So the reason I said there was a support in 94 area, see these touches back here, touch. All of these should have been marked. And that's right around 94. So when it comes to there and rejects off of it, that would be a place to enter for your put credit spread. It'll be a way to enter for you. That way you're going to get the best premiums that you can if you're entering when it rejects off of support or resistance. All right. We did Kroger. We did Welxome. We didn't do Disney. Anybody trade Disney? Nobody trades Disney. If you do, you trade Disney. Tell me if you trade Disney. Let me clear all these lines off because it's too many of them. Remove the drawing set. Yes, there we go. Too many things are there. Too many things. Okay. Disney's on the call credit spread side with a downwards trend, which we can see. They've been on a downwards trend for a minute. On a downwards trend for a minute. Lower highs, lower high, lower high, lower high. It's underneath the moving averages, letting you know it's, got a downwards trend going. Not that there won't be bounces. Even you can see here that there's times that it bounces inside of a downward trend. It still bounces, but it's still going down. I will not sing the song, but y'all know that I want to. All right. I got 89 as my strike for the call credit spread. 89. And that came from looking at the chart and looking at The option chain, 89 strike price is at 82.5 or 0.45 probability out of the money. So I changed this to a vertical, 89.90, only paying $10. The way you make sure that you get more premiums if you want to trade Disney is you got to let the price come up a little bit. And then when the price comes up a little bit, you enter your trade. So let's see where we are currently. 86.90 is resistance. You put yourself an alert on here. Put you an alert on here that says at or above 86.91. You do call credit spread entry. 89.90. Put that on. Let yourself know that if it comes back up here, if it comes up here, we're going to want it to reject off of there and go on back the other way. Okay. That was Disney. Now we go to Oracle. I feel like I did something on Oracle the other day, but I don't remember what. I might have used it for a video I had to create. I think I did actually. This is what's going on with Oracle. Oracle had this big old gap back here. Can y'all see? This was a monster gap. It was an earnings gap back in June the 11th. And it's been partially filled, but price has jumped around a little bit and created more gaps. There is still some gap down here at the bottom that has yet to be filled. Okay, this darker piece here still has yet to be filled. There's a little bitty pinchy here in the middle around the 132 area. And then there is another one above this big gap. Above this big gap from earnings, there was another gap created back on between August the 1st and August the 2nd. There was a gap also created. Halfway mark is going to be resistance. We've got some spots here along the way. What do we say? Oracle, I believe, is on the Iron Condor list. It's a neutral trend, probably because it's starting to flatten out. Y'all see how it's flattened out? Neutral trend. So I've got 128 and 136. 128 being down here, right? 136 being above the midpoint of this gap up here. 128 and 136. Looking at singles, 128, 77% probability out of the money. 136 is 80% probability out of the money. Put us on a vertical. 128. It says it's paying $8. I don't believe that it's paying $8. Nah, this is because the market's closed, because it's 4 points away, but that would be more than $8. So we don't get excited about that. And then 136, it's another $6. Yeah, no, both those, that says $14 total. And Oracle, we know to have more movement than that, especially when we got a plus minus 4.5 over here, and that's less than 4 away. So there would definitely be more money involved in Oracle. All right. I got 2 more. PFE. Pfizer. Didn't Pfizer just have earnings recently? Pfizer just had earnings, I believe. Support right here based on these 2 touches. We got a gap is trying to fill. We got some resistance here. And of course, there's some more up here. Let me see if we can put a little gap on here from the close to the open. And then you can pull back off the wicks. I usually leave the whole thing just so you know. But you can see that in the middle of that, there is some resistance at the $30 level. Pfizer is on the Iron Condor list as well. thought being that it's going to hit this 28.41 and then reject. Pew, pew. Actually, I already did. It did not close way down here where it bounced at 28.41. So let's see. What do we have? I've got 27.5, 29.5. 27.5, 29.5. That'd be a little close. Plus or minus 0.93, 95 over here. What did I say? 27.5 is an 82. And 29.5 is 82% probability out of the money. So let's go with this 27.5. I would turn these into one spreads, 27.5, 26.5. $5. I'm not liking that though. Nope. 29.5 and then 30.5. Another $7. So you could pull in 12 for one spread, even though I don't know if I like that enough. If the price was coming closer to the strikes or into the zones, you're gonna get better premiums. But we kind of got spoiled from those from our alerts. We've kind of gotten spoiled from the Peakbot alerts that we get that for iron condors on the, let me see, yep, alerts. Use peakbot.com. If you aren't using these alerts, I'm going to come back to Google, Tanya. I didn't forget you. If you're not using these alerts, use peakbot.com. That is still just sitting still. What are you doing? Alerts, if you're not using the name pick and do credit spreads on just with the trend spread, it tells you what the trend is and gives even. Looking here at right? If both of these is uncovered, if it only has one side open like Oxy, then it says here like sell this call strike. This is a call credit spread, and you got the strikes. They give you those. I usually just go to the next leg myself. I don't necessarily do the spread exactly as they say. I do the sell leg though of both. I pick this because the sell leg is the one that is of most import, right? I pick the sell leg and I may build it from there, but I always use the sell leg that's suggested. But what's really working out great and what's really even nicer is these iron condors, where you're doing iron condors on these equities, SPY, XSP, IWM, Triple Q, SPX, and NDX if you want. That's definitely the big boy. And you're taking in about half of the spread. So SPY is a one spread. You're taking in about $50. SPX is a 5 spread. You're taking in about $250, $275 in premiums when you enter these trades. It means your leverage is less and you're taking in more premiums. Of course, you can close them when they're ready to close, but that is the alerts. Alerts.usepeakbot.com. It's also in the comments of the video. Okay. Now let's go back and look at Google. I'm also going to look. You want it G-O-O-G, Tanya, not G-O-O-G-L. I'm going to look here on this full watch list for Peakbot, and let's see what has been given for strikes. And this watch list that we're looking at, it actually updates every 5 minutes when the market is open. It updates every 5 minutes. I usually click the ticker so I can see if you want to see what you're looking for. Let's see, you want Google. So let's scroll ourselves down to Google. Here we go. Google and Google are on here, and they're both showing bearish. Tanya, the only thing I would caution you with Google is no. I was thinking about earnings, but this up here. This is expiration date the 16th. I was thinking it had earnings, but earnings is in red. Google and Google. Looks like the Google does have a higher expected value. Yeah, but Google gives you a little bit more premiums. But let's see. Google. Let me see what kind of strikes. The top two are the ones, by the way, showing us. I want to say this is called credit spreads. Yep. Call credit spread either 170 or 167.5. They're about the same place. So 170 or 167.5. Let's go back to our chart. Just like everything else, it had a dip, baby, dip, right? This gap, which was all the way down here, has been partially closed. So we've got, this is what's left of the gap, and then there's another one above it. Okay, if we're looking at our support and resistance lines, this one does go to the top of this gap. This one moves to the area of rejection. We've got some even in here. These lines that are inside the gap, we're going to provide some resistance as well. Bottom of this gap, the top of that gap, the middles, there's several places that are going to provide resistance here. I saw 167.5 or 170, depending on which one we're looking at. So let's go see. 170 has a 77% probability out of the money. Do you get comfortable with that, Tanya? I mean, I do. I just didn't know if you want to go up one more. But 170, 172.5. Let's see. 170, 172.5 is paying $42. $42. Dinero. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's almost a 20% return on your spread. Tanya, I want to tell you, I am so proud of you because for a long time when we first started, Tanya was like, 50 cents spread me, please. I'm going with the 50 cent spreads. Then she moved up to the dollar spread me. And then I said, okay, let's look at the 2.5s. You'll see that the premiums are going to maybe lend themselves better to what you're looking for, especially if you want to close at 50% profit or whatever. Tanya went over to Google and Amazon, and she has not turned back. No turning back. No turning back. Tanya's not turning back. For Peakbot, do you need to sign up for the program first in order to get the alerts? No, ma'am. Good question, Miss Marcia. Anybody can get the alerts. The alerts were actually designed for people who did not want to do or could not do the automated monthly. If you don't want to or you can't do the automated trading, then the alerts were created for just that. $5 a week. And I promise you, you're going to make at least $5 on your trades, if not more, using that list. If you keep $5 extra on closing the trade, there will be your money for the list. But there's a lot more money than $5 a week on there. I promise you. Right? Okay. So that was all the ones that we had to look at. We had all those. We had those to look at. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Going back real quick. Options 411 for newbies 3-day challenge. All right. Get yourself signed up and ready. You want to learn how to trade options. You want to see, what are you talking about? I don't understand what you're saying, Arlissa. This is how you can find out what I'm talking about. I promise you, I'll teach it in such a way that you're going to be able to grab it and understand it. Will it still require you to do some learning? Yes, it will. But I'm going to get you on the road and then be with you all the way until as you grow. There are people who I was just saying, Tanya started with 50 cent spreads and she went on from there. Tanya started off before that, like not even doing credit spreads at all. Like, let me go see what this is all about. Next thing you know, we're doing 50 cent dollar spreads, 2.5 spread, and she's going to be ready for that at them SPX 5 spreads soon. What y'all think? Y'all think Tanya going to be ready for that soon? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if she's going to be ready for that. Okay, that was our list of trades there. Okay, the learning list. If you are new to options, new to all the pieces and the parts, and you really don't know what to do next, start with options 411 for newbies. Okay, start with options 411 for newbies, August 20 through the 22nd. If that's not something you need, pass the word to a friend, somebody else who wants to learn and you don't have the patience or the energy to teach them, bring them our way. We'll take care of it. All right. If charting is something that you need, if you need to work on charting and get yourself a better understanding on how to chart, then you go ahead and do startwiththechart.com. All right. It's a free webinar, a free charting webinar. Go ahead and sign up for that. Startwiththechart.com and start to learn the things about charting. All right. Then if you, after that, you're like, okay, I want to nail down me a strategy. Go to tradingstrategyforyou.com, another free quiz. It helps you to see what strategy suits your life, suits your personality, suits all the things. All right. Go do that. And then after you've got your strategy ready, you can go and learn more about the strategy. Credit spreads, cash secured puts, covered calls, or debit spreads. All of those are found at the Educator to Trader website. All those trainings are found there. All right. Before I go, I want to be sure to share with you the freebies. Yes, LL, she is ready. I think that's Tiva. Yes, Tiva, she's ready. These are all the freebies. These are all the free resources that I've created for traders, right? All on this channel, E2T freebies, E2T dash freebies.com. E2T-freebies.com. You can come here and see all the resources that I have created for the traders here, right? The charting cheat sheet is here. Charting cheat sheet. You can chart your way to 100K training or just get the cheat sheet. Both of these things here. This is the charting webinar here to the left. YouTube channels here. Grab this one here. 7 mistakes traders make that keep them from making 7 figures. All right, I think there actually may be 10 of them in there. The zero DTE strategy cheat code. If you're one who likes zero DTE stuff, you need to go ahead and get these 5 quick and easy steps for 10% profits each day. This is the trading strategy quiz. Stock options for beginners. If you're new and you just want to look at the quick start guide, go ahead and grab that. Get the quick start guide from E2T-freebies.com. Okay. 5 hacks for trading SPX is here. E2T membership. If you want to join the membership and be with us all the time, where we do the morning calls, the weekly calls, the monthly calls. We have a Telegram group. We trade together. All the things are there, right? In the membership, and all the things I do when you're in the membership, all that other stuff like that 3-day challenge and everything else, all those things are you're automatically grandfathered into those things because you pay the membership. Okay. So you join the membership, you get access to all the other fun stuff that I do. Okay. Educator to Trader website is here where all the trainings are. And if you want to join our Telegram trading group, the big trading group, you can put your things here and join the community. Okay. All righty. That's what I wanted to share with you on the freebies. Go ahead. E2T-freebies.com. All right. I believe that is. Do we have our hearts and minds clear? We covered our earnings. We covered our calendar for the week. We looked at our trade ideas for the week. And if you follow me in any of the spaces, and if you don't, please go ahead and follow me in all the places: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Join our Facebook group. It's Options Trading for Beginners is our Facebook group. FACE book group. Options Trading for Beginners. Marsha says the membership group is more than worth the cost. Yes, I do concur. If I do say so myself, and I do, it is definitely worth it. Okay. I think that's everything. All hearts and minds are clear. Wanted to make sure that if anybody wanted to see the list one more time, they can see the list. But if you're on any of my places, you should be able to see this list. I need to email it out. I haven't sent it out on email yet. I need to email it out to the people. And I also need to put it on YouTube, I think. YouTube. Let me write myself a note and email. I don't know if it's on TikTok, but I'm pretty sure it's on IG. Okay. Make sure you can find me in all those places. All righty. All righty, everybody. We're going to move on. You had some news about the time of possible change. Yes, I did. I'm going back in the classroom. I got another week. One more week. I go back into class on the 19th. So another week off I have, but I'm going to have to move our morning times back to 9:30. I know Janae is like dancing a jig in her office, but I'm actually going to be teaching at 8 o'clock. So I can't be on my call at 8:30. I'm thinking of something though. I may end up doing the call like ahead of time and then putting it and having it to run live at 8:30 or 9 o'clock or whatever time people like. But I'm thinking about it. But if I do it live, which I enjoy doing it live, but if I do it live, it'll need to be at 9:30. So we'll work all that out. We got one more week for me to nail down the time. Got one more week to nail down the time. All right. All righty, everybody. I don't like us starting at 9:30 because that's when the market opens. And I would rather us have done our thing and be gone by then. So I may have to do, I'll have to do something. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. All righty. I want you all to have a great evening. All right. All the things that you normally do on Sunday evening, get yourself ready for the next work day. If you do, get yourself ready for the trading week. If you need to do that, thank y'all for spending your time with me. I always enjoy doing this. Y'all see, I try to make it as interesting and engaging as possible. Okay. I will see you in the morning at 8:30. Janae, I'll see you at 8:30 tomorrow morning. All righty. All right, everybody, let's stay green and let's get this money. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye.